What you're looking at are examples from the textbooks that the Florida Department of Education released after rejecting more than 50 math books for next school year. But the DOE didn't say that these examples came from any of the books that were rejected. They were sent to the department by the public. Now, I've heard from hundreds of parents over the last week with their thoughts on the issue. And the biggest question parents want to know is why they can't see what their child is being protected from. When it comes to curriculum transparency, the state of Florida wants parents to know they have the right to see what's being taught in their child's school.
You're going to make sure that parents have a seat at the table.
But what parents don't have the right to know is what's not being taught. While at least 78 textbooks were approved by the Department of Education for the upcoming school year, more than 50 math books were rejected. Why? Reasons include references to critical race theory and social emotional learning. But the DOE hasn't provided any concrete examples.
I think it's for his political ambitions. And unfortunately, our students suffer in that.
Florida Education Association President Andrew Spar doesn't believe the theories are in the books at all.
It might be a word problem where someone is sad because, they had $5 and they lost $3. How many dollars do they have left? Is that going to be viewed as social emotional learning? I don't know, because they haven't released any transparency around their decisions.
Spar says the state's narrow focus on textbooks will only hurt Florida students, and tells me the idea of curriculum transparency doesn't apply to lawmakers in Tallahassee.
Right now, the politics are being spread all around our public schools, and it's being forced on school districts in a way of untruths. The governor is going around saying, we just want kids to know the answers.
When you do math, you're going to be taught to get the right answer.
Math is not just simply knowing that 2 + 2 is 4. It's also knowing why is 2 + 2 4.
And it's a math textbook. You're trying to teach 2 + 2 = 4. And it's like this whole hidden agenda of indoctrination.
This notion of indoctrination from textbook companies now, come on, where do we draw the line? We keep hearing about teachers are indoctrinating students. Now textbook companies are indoctrinating students. Businesses such as Disney are indoctrinating people. This is crazy talk. This is not logic.
While the department won't release specific examples, they did provide a list of the rejected books. In grades K through 5, only one company, Accelerate Learning, was approved. At least 27 K-5 textbooks from 4 other nationally recognized publishers were rejected. The publishers, both approved and rejected, have yet to respond to my request for interview. More alarming data comes at the high school level, where electives like mathematics for college liberal arts and other upper-level classes don't have a single textbook now.
Mathematics for college statistics is one of the areas where they said those books are not compliant, and there's actually no textbook that they've identified as compliant for teaching that subject. That's clearly a high-level high school course that would be taught, and according to the state of Florida now, we don't have a textbook to teach that class.
How do you teach statistics now to those seniors?
Well, that's a good question, and it would probably be up to the districts, but they couldn't use the books that were identified by the state.
Looking at our local schools, I wanted to learn more about their plans for these courses. Santa Rosa County Schools confirmed honor stats won't be offered in their schools anymore. Instead, students can opt to take an online course vetted by the DOE. In Okaloosa County, the assistant superintendent tells me the current courses will still be offered, and hopeful an appeal will allow for the book to be approved. And in Escambia County, officials tell me that these classes will be taught in the fall, but still exploring how. The biggest concern in this district is how the state plans to move forward after their choice for K-5 math books was rejected. I was told time is an obstacle, and district leaders are hoping an appeal will come quick before they're left without a textbook. Publishers have the ability to appeal their rejections to the state or revise the content, and Andrew Spar anticipates the process will come quickly.
These are big, powerful textbook companies. Many of them contribute large amounts to politicians in the state of Florida on both sides of the aisle. And so I have a feeling this will be revisited. I believe the governor will probably get these publishers to make one change in their textbook. Whatever that change might be, we'll never know. And then he'll be able to say, aha, you see, they fixed it. Now they're addressing our concern. Now we can adopt their textbook.
I asked the Department of Education this week for any specific examples from inside those rejected textbooks. I'm waiting to hear back. My Twitter poll this week brought in exactly 200 votes on the issue, with a majority asking for clear evidence. This is Crisis in the Classroom. I'm Tanner Stewart.